welcome back to another episode of Quay Insight. I'm Eve.
And I'm Elise. Coming up in our midweek special, our camera crew will be backstage touring you around the studios, showing you all the glitz and glamour that goes into making a television show right here at Media City. We'll also have an exclusive interview with Coronation Street director Matt Hilton, unleashing all the magic and secrets behind the camera, something you definitely don't want to miss.
Well, that sounds exciting.
It does.
And later on in the show, we'll be ditching the gym and showing you a few exciting ways in which you can stay fit and keep healthy. You will be burning those calories in no time. Keep watching to find out more.
We'll also be joined by physical training instructor and extreme fitness fanatic Pete Leake, who will be telling us about the extremes of exercise and sharing some of his own achievements, which will inspire us and you at home to really get on that kit and run.
Later on, we will have the wonderful Chris Tavener in the studio, who will be performing a brand new song, I'm Better Than You.
I'm better than you.
You know.
Okay. But now let's head over to the camera team, who are snooping around Media City studios, looking at getting in on the secrets that television making has. How are you doing over there, guys?
Media City, the home of entertainment in the north. We decided to take a tour around the Media City studios to get an insight into television production. Let's hear from some of the people who are involved in a show such as Quay Insight.
Hi, I'm Danielle and I'm the executive producer for Quay Insight. The advice I would give to somebody who's not been an executive producer before is just be prepared for the unknown. You're sort of like first point of call to all different departments, so everyone comes to you with different things. So I think it's just being organised and knowing how to handle situations. It can be stressful at times, but it's my job to make sure that everybody is, working together, everything's running smoothly. If, everyone's feeling a bit intense, it's my job to bring everybody back to a level where we can all get on with each other. It's not always about, stressing out and working hard. It's about, working hard but obviously having fun at the same time.
Hi, my name is Tom and I am producer for Quay Insight. My job role as producer tends to come under the category of organisation. There's a lot of organisation that goes into it. Just basically loads of pre-production work, and then on the day you just got to make sure everyone knows what they're doing, everyone's prepared, everyone's organised really. I also liaise with the researcher, which is Aaliyah on this show. Basically I tell her what's happening, who's coming in. For example, on the studio we had a Coronation Street director, so we just kind of had to get Aaliyah to research a bit into him. Same with the other guest, just to research the background so we knew a bit more about them, so we can ask them appropriate questions.
Hi, my name is Aaliyah and I'm the researcher for Quay Insight. So my job role is to develop and find content for the programs, and I work really closely with the producers who have the overall say of what goes into the show. But I do everything from researching guests to finding news content. My favourite parts about the job are just being able to have an input into the show. I particularly like researching for entertainment news, whether it's musicians or actors or people that work in the industry. I think that's quite interesting. So for example, I got to research Matt, who works at Coronation Street. He was a director, so I had a chance to find out about what he does, and that got included in the show. I would suggest that you are self-motivated, so you're willing to go out, find your own material and be confident in your ideas. I think a big challenge I've overcome is timekeeping. You have to be really, really organised and you have to work to strict deadlines. So if you have a show that's due to record in, it could be like 2 days, you have to make sure you've done the research way before that, so it's handy. And you also have to be able to think on your feet. That can be quite challenging because program content can change very quickly. So if it does, you have to then go and find new research for a new guest that's been slotted in.
Hi, I'm Claire and I'm director on Quay Insight. So the director is pretty much the person in charge of everything. They sit in the gallery upstairs and they're the people that say, okay, go. And they have all the countdowns, we have the commands, the different words you need to say to different people to get the show actually recording. And if they don't like it, they say, okay, cut there, reset, do it again. Pretty much the director's word's final, really. My favourite part is, as horrible as it sounds, having the power to be able to say, okay, don't like that, start it again. Or if you want to get things going, you can say, right, stop talking, we need to get on with this. So I'd say one of the biggest challenges is liaising with the floor manager over the comms, because when you are filming especially, you can have everybody's communicating over the comms. So you've got the sound people talking to the camera people, you've got the people in the offices talking to other people, and obviously what's going on upstairs needs to be relayed to downstairs. And with everybody talking at once over the same thing, you can hear everyone else's conversations and you've got to solely focus on what this person is saying, and it can get really stressful.
So from a creative aspect, a director needs to make sure they've planned everything out in their head beforehand. So I can look at all the different camera shots, whether it be 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 different cameras, and I know exactly how I want it to pan out. So I think that's a really important part, having a vision and knowing exactly what you want to do.
So, there you have it. Creating a television show is a very in-depth process, but also a very enjoyable one.
Stand by studio.
Now, let's head back to Elise and Eve in the studio.
Run to record. 5, 4.
Welcome back to the show. We are joined by the wonderful Matt Hilton, our director from Coronation Street, who is going to give us an insight into how television production is made.
Welcome to the show, Matt.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
To start off, what is the atmosphere like on a big show like Coronation Street?
It's great. It's a wonderful place to work. It's full of a lot of nice people, a lot of creative people. It's hard work and it's long hours and it never stops. It's 50 weeks a year, so it's kind of have its downsides and it's long hours and it's never stops. But that's why we do it and why we love it. So
Yeah.
it's a
I
great
guess,
place.
with your job, it's something that's always changing, so
Yeah, there's always
interesting.
there's always something kind of different coming along, and there's always a different car crash or a different fight or a different fire or something like that. And there's Christmas, and everything kind of rolls along. And
How far in advance do you do? Are you doing Christmas now, or are you recording Christmas tonight?
Yeah, we're recording Christmas Day today, and we're currently shooting, I think, 3 other units at the same time. So we're doing New Year, Christmas, New Year, and the week after in January, and we're roughly about 6 weeks ahead, I think, at the minute, or 6 to 8 weeks ahead. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Brilliant. And so, what made you want to pursue a career in the industry?
I think mostly having watched a lot of television, probably too much as a kid, and watching too many films, and just wanting to be part of making something that people enjoyed, and kind of wanting to replicate what I had when I was a kid and the things I enjoyed, and trying to kind of be part of the industry, really.
Yeah. Well, what advice do you have anyone who wants to start in the industry?
Work hard, be nice to people, listen to what people tell you, watch everything, listen to everything, and just do your best. If you go into it with the right attitude, you can really enjoy yourself, you can learn a lot, and it's a wonderful industry to be in.
Yeah, well, Eve, you better take note of that one, I tell you. And lastly, what do you hope to do in the future?
I don't know, to be honest. I'm enjoying my time directing Quay. I'm directing again in the new year. I'm looking forward to doing that. So I'm just kind of taking every day as it comes and enjoying being part of the industry and making TV, really.
That's good. Live in the moment. Why not, isn't it?
Well, thank you very much.
That's right, thank you.
Now, have you ever wondered if there was another way to exercise, but without using that old boring gym equipment at home? Sounds impossible, right?
Well, look no further. Let's get to grips with our reporter Harry, who is hanging out at the Rock Over Climbing at the Bouldering Centre in Manchester to show us the best way to exercise and keep on top of your summer body in a fun and fantastic environment. Over to you, Harry.
With people getting sick of the same old gym routine, we're always on the lookout for new ways to stay fit and healthy. I'm here at Rock Over Climbing, which has been in Manchester for over 6.5 years for an introductory lesson in bouldering. Where do I sign up?
I've been climbing since I was 9 years old, so 13 years altogether. I prefer bouldering to rock climbing, I think more for the social aspect. So you can all climb together. You don't have to rely on anybody else to hold any equipment or anything. And you can do it on your own as well. So if you just feel like coming down one night, come down, don't have to worry about anyone else. Health benefits of climbing, there's a range of things. You're using your whole body all together, so muscles right down from your fingers all the way through to your toes, so you get a full body workout. Obviously lots of breathing and things like that, so cardiovascular stuff as well.
Now this kind of climbing doesn't involve any ropes, harnesses, equipment, nothing. It's completely free-handed. So Mel, you're going to talk me through kind of an introductory lesson. Yeah. So away you go.
Okay.
Looking forward to it.
So before you start climbing, first thing you want to do is just make sure you know how to get off the wall safely. So when you get to the top, you're going to climb all the way back down to at least the halfway point first before you drop onto the mat, making sure you bend your knees and you land facing the wall as well. That just helps with avoiding injury or anything like that. When you're climbing, it's all about using your legs as well. So a lot of people think very upper body strength. It's not at all. As long as you can lead with your feet, push off them, you'll be good as rain.
So I've had a good bit of practice and I feel like I'm ready for a race.
No.
Right then.
Manage it.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Right, so I had a bit of practice now. I'm going to tackle the big wall. Wish me luck. Brilliant. Well, I've certainly had an absolutely fantastic time here today. The great thing about this place is that there's such a wide range of walls and boulders that anybody of any age can go and have a go. I think I'm going to definitely feel it in my arms tomorrow. Right, where's the nearest McDonald's? Smash 20 nuggets right now.
Wow, that looks good.
No, it does. I think we should do it one day.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll be good at it though.
Mate, can't you tell I'll be way better than you?
I'm not sure.
Anyway, we love a challenge. Welcome back to the show. So, you've seen the lighter side of exercise. Now it's time to march you into shape with our next guest, Pete Leake from Buckinghamshire. He'll be telling us about all the benefits of extreme exercise through his own experiences and his work.
Welcome to the show, Pete.
Hello there.
Hi there.
So, we've just got a few questions for you, and I'm just wondering, could you give us a brief description of what you do?
Yeah, sure. So I was in the military. I was a physical training instructor when I was in the military, and now I work for colleges that help young people to get into the military themselves, whether it's the Army, the Navy, the RAF or the Marines. So there's a big element of fitness involved in that. Also on top of that, I run British Military Fitness in Chester. So I run the park and ensure the sessions are running, which are, as you say, are quite vigorous sessions. So yeah, that's my background and what I do in my job.
Interesting.
So Pete, obviously put these lads through their paces. So why do you think it's important to do this at such an early age?
Well, the benefits are not just about the physical benefits that everybody knows about. So obviously you've got the benefits to being fit, looking after your body, and you know what it will mean in the future as you get older. But also on top of that, there are elements that people don't always talk about, like people's confidence, making friends, teamwork, and all that element as well. So although the training can be quite sort of challenging at times, also you make bonds with the people that you're working with, and then bonds can be lifelong, just like they are in the military.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty interesting, I think. And could you tell us some of the harshest routines that you've used on your students?
Oh, well, there are a lot of harsh routines. One of the things we've done recently, we do quite a bit for charity, and we did an event where we did a log run up at the side of a mountain, and it was 13 miles that the students covered, carrying a sort of 40 kilogram log as part of the team when they were working. They all got up to the top, they all got back down, they all survived, so that was one. But I think individually one of the hardest things is when we do fitness assessments, because they try to improve on the last results that they got. And in your own head it's quite difficult to go, right, I've got to beat my mile-and-a-half time, I've got to do more press-ups in 2 minutes and things like that. So things like that individually I think are some of the harder things that learners find where they haven't got that support. It's about them.
Yeah. Well, you've mentioned before that you've been involved in races, and were they extreme, and how do you prepare for these?
It's building up to training. There's no point in turning up and going, I'm going to do this race. I'll turn up on the day and it'll be all right. It won't be all right, and you won't feel like you've achieved it anyway. I've done a lot of marathons and half marathons, but also I do my own challenges as well. I did as many pull-ups as I could, which is heaves, pulling yourself up on a bar in 8 hours. I did over 2,000 pull-ups. That was quite challenging and quite difficult. I do races and I carry packs and things like that. Whatever I can do to sort of draw attention so people will go, look, he's suffering. We'll give him some money to raise money for charity. And they're probably some of the more challenging things that I do. But I always look at what the next thing is. If I complete a challenge, I don't go, oh, I'll rest on my laurels now, I'll take it easy. I look at what's coming next and what I'm going to do next, basically.
That's really good,
actually. Try that at least.
I think
we'll sign you both up for the next race. Sign you both up for the next race.
Okay, why not? We'll try it. And how would you encourage people to get involved in doing some exercise?
Yeah, very good question. It's about finding what you enjoy. If you like being outside, something like British military fitness would be good. If you want to get in the military, you need to hit a certain level of fitness. But if you don't like being outside, it might be going in the gym. You might like walking a dog and getting exercise that way. You might just like going walking yourself, a sport or anything, something that you enjoy, and then trying to put yourself into a position of challenging yourself within that. So you enjoy it. Nobody ever comes away from doing fitness. Sometimes you go to do fitness and you go, I don't really want to do this. You want to talk yourself out of it. But I know nobody who comes away from doing a fitness session and feels bad. They always feel good once they've achieved that particular session and that particular goal.
Yeah, because I know people that were so lazy they didn't do any exercise, but then once they've done it and like they don't go to the gym for a couple of days, they hate it, they need to go back.
That's it, It affects your mood, and if you've exercised, you feel good, you feel better about yourself. So the people around you feel better because they see you're in a better mood as well. You always affect somebody else. So that's another element, another benefit that you have to doing exercise and keeping fit.
Yeah, don't they say like exercising releases endorphins or something?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's exactly right. Well done.
Term for you.
I've got it signed up for the race already. That's fine.
Eve,
well,
you need it. You need it.
Yeah, maybe. Well, thank you very much. And it's now time to find out the latest in our news roundup.
Now, whether it's criminals spreading terror and fear or just a harmless, meaningless prank, no one can deny that the latest clown sightings around the world are giving people the shivers. It's hard to believe people actually book these scary characters to birthday parties. In other news, someone who wouldn't feel threatened by the killer clowns in the comfort and security of a palace, Prince Charles has opened his own restaurant in the village Aberdeenshire, a village that was affected massively by floods recently. A jolly well done to you, sir. Meanwhile, in the sports world, Wayne Rooney decided to go all out after England's recent draw with Spain. The 31-year-old England captain was caught by cameras looking a little bit tipsy. If only he'd put as much effort into his football recently than his drinking, he wouldn't be warming the bench at Manchester United. That's all from me, back to the studio.
Thank you for joining us for another fun-filled episode. Eve, I can't lie, I'm quite sad it's over.
Yeah, we've had some amazing people in today.
Yeah, we've had...
Like Matt.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see those new episodes.
I can't wait. We've had the rock climbing.
Yeah.
You know, Eve, I think you should take part in that, honestly.
Elise, come on now. Only if you come with me, I will.
All right then. We've also had Pete Leak with the exercise
No,
stuff.
yeah, you're definitely joining in that race.
Of course I am. I'm going to come first. And we've also had a behind-the-scenes tour on studios. So now people know what we go through.
Yeah, exactly. Now, to play us out with the spectacular Chris Taverner and his new original song, I'm Better Than You. Take it away.
Oh, we left the ground, we were LA bound on a plane that I just bought. All my entourage had a full massage with a drink of every sort. And then you had to stare at my collection of art. Had to bury it deep underground, irretrievably far. Oh, I've got a 5-bedroom house in Rome that I've never seen. I've got a team of cleaners to keep my Bugatti clean. And boy, I'm better than you. Oh, we sipped champagne through a diamond cane in a club that I'd just bought. And we filled a tray with the best cocaine so we wouldn't come up short. And then she had to touch my satin velvet tie. I had to take it to the best dry cleaners at least 10 times. Oh, I've got a room at the Ritz for when I feel I could eat. I've got a penthouse suite with a view from 1,000 feet. And boy, I'm better than you. Now I don't mean to brag, but I don't care about the cost. We better keep this all offline so my daddy won't cut me off. Oh, we hit the beach in a hot tub beach on an island I just bought. And my servants served all their best hors d'oeuvres with a lobster that they caught. And then he had to ask for some tomato sauce. I had to pay all my guests to row back out from the shore. Oh, I've got a few bodyguards to keep back all common thugs. I'm a member of 30 elite and exclusive clubs. And boy, I'm better than you.